presidential candidate Anies Baswedan has been working on his image.
Selamat malam orang-orang yang tidak memilih saya.
Trying to present himself as friendly and fair when earlier in his career, his election as Jakarta governor was controversial. In the lead-up to the vote in 2017, Anies was accused of identity politics, staying silent when Muslim groups attacked his rival Basuki Cahayapurnama. The protests against the man known as Ahok called for a blasphemy trial after the Chinese-Indonesian Christian governor mentioned a Quranic verse about Muslims being prohibited from choosing leaders who are not Muslims. Ahok was eventually sentenced to 2 years in jail. Anies emerged victorious, and 7 years later, he's on the campaign trail once again in the 2024 elections. He says he's a leader for everyone, but some are not convinced.
Golongan tua di gereja saya nanya, kenapa lu pilih Anies? Dia kan intoleran dan sebagainya. Jadi cap itu masih ada. Cap itu masih ada, jangan menutup mata. Jadi pendekatannya seperti apa?
Ika Idris is a researcher at Monash University in Jakarta.
Jaring-jaring kepercayaan di masyarakat gitu ya, itu yang akhirnya terkoyak sebenarnya dari 2017. Tapi kita jangan lupa, itu kan sebenarnya strategi untuk menang. Dan voters di mana-mana, bukan cuma di Indonesia ya, di Amerika gitu ya, di Inggris gitu, dan di banyak negara. Itu kan sebenarnya ketika mereka votes, itu berdasarkan identitinya. Gitu ya, kalau di sini kebetulan karena memang kita Muslim, identitinya adalah identity Islam itu.
But according to Ika, what sets Anies apart in this presidential race is his detailed vision and mission.
It's really different when you read the visi misi dokumen dari Prabowo sama Ganjar. Apakah dia sangat percaya diri? Kalau menurut saya ya, karena itu kan ada dokumen. Kalau nanti dia terpilih, itu sewaktu-waktu bisa digunakan untuk menagih janji-janjinya.
But Anies still has work to do if he's to become president.
Itu brand dia udah nempel ya, ketika dia misalnya jago ngomong, dia di forum-forum internasional. Nah, PR dia sekarang tuh meyakinkan gimana sih agar orang-orang melihat dia nggak no action talk only.
While some voters might be suspicious of Anies, describing him as intolerant and out of touch,
Wakanda no more, Indonesia forever.
others have embraced the former Jakarta governor, giving him a K-pop makeover. But are these viral TikToks enough? It seems like Pak Anies might need some help.
Masalah berikutnya ini gimana cara matiinnya?
Good morning, Pak Anies. Akhirnya ketemu lagi.
I got the opportunity to meet Anies Baswedan at his residence in Jakarta. I asked him how he can convince potential voters with minority backgrounds like me.
I will ask them to look at my record in Jakarta. I was labeled based on assumption, based on campaign, and then I served in Jakarta for 5 years. And after I served in Jakarta for 5 years, you have solid evidence to judge whether I am biased, whether I am fair, whether I am leaders that reach everyone or exclude some group. You know, when I started my job in Jakarta, after the elections, of course, supporter of my opponent was still against me, but no policy whatsoever is excluding these communities. And in fact, we are reaching out to everyone on equal basis and not trying to win their hearts by having more program to them and less program to others. Nope, it's equal opportunity.
He rejected claims his campaign policies and programs are too good to be true.
And when you said, Pak Anies, Indonesia is big, you have
It's not
big
only
ideas.
Jakarta,
it's
yeah.
not like Jakarta.
Yeah.
Is it doable? Okay, and my answer is yes, it's doable, but we have to do it in a different way because we were not organized in terms of policy guidelines, and that's the kind of change we'd like to propose.
Anies is also against the development of Indonesia's new capital city, putting him at odds with President Joko Widodo and other candidates who have committed 40.6 trillion rupiah in this year's budget on the move to Kalimantan.
So we have urgent and important issues lining up, needs money. At the same time, we allocated large number of money to build a presidential palace. This is a question. As a nation, if you have limited amount of money, would you rather see the bureaucrats and the presidents and the cabinets work in the same place and use this money to improve welfare of people, or you rather use this money so that the presidents, the ministers, the bureaucrats have a new office?
Maka dari itu tolong Pak Anies dijelaskan. Ya.
It's not just my questions Anies is happy to answer. On the campaign trail, he's been holding his own town halls, listening to the concerns of voters and answering questions from skeptics who fear he can't deliver.
Bung Dery, terima kasih Bung Dery. Jadi kita tadi pertanyaan, jangan banyak janji. Saya ingin komentari dulu soal jangan banyak janji. Sebenarnya bagi masyarakat hari ini jangan melarang untuk punya banyak janji. Tapi bilang begini, silahkan Anda janji yang banyak. Kami akan catat janjimu dan kami akan tagih janji.